It started with 225 North Dakota National Guard members helping the city of Fargo fill sandbags. As the operation draws to a close, nearly 2,000 members from the North and South Dakota Army and Air National Guard helped build miles of dikes, monitor and respond to emergencies, and provided necessary air assets to hold back the floodwaters of the Red River.
And then all of a sudden the predictions on the water, or on the level of the river, went from, it was 40, then 41, and then all of a sudden it could have, they were looking at 43. Well, that's when actions went in and we started just getting an influx of personnel.
The Joint Task Force is in charge of National Guard assets that are working closely with city officials to command, coordinate, and manage local flood fighting support.
Initially, the sandbagging effort, when we got our 200 personnel, when we stood the 200 personnel up, we integrated with the city at one location to help, and integrated with the citizens and the volunteers.
Command Sergeant Major Harley Schwinn serves as the Task Force Sergeant Major, and he echoed the commander's comments about the relationship that the city and National Guard have shared during this operation.
We've had nothing but fantastic support from the city of Fargo. The city of Fargo is extremely grateful that we're here, and like I say, they have in turn supported us extremely well.
And most of our operations was sandbagging, distribution, some placement, and then HESCO placement and some dike construction. And then we started getting some of the missions from the city as far as the traffic control points. We had personnel embedded in the emergency operations center. We had them in the city shops. Not a lot of numbers, but we were assisting those folks. I'd say within 12 hours, we were running pretty good, and within 24, it was like it was real smooth. Through the whole thing, the leadership. And I'll use South Dakota. We have some really solid leaders in there, and they fell in and they went right to work. There was no delays or anything like that. They hit the ground and we started tasking them, and they did what they had to do.
Before the South Dakota National Guard returned home, City Commissioner Dr. Tim Mahoney had this to say.
People get scared. They're frightened. They don't know what's coming. They can't read it. And the weather reports would make it even worse for us, in which we would have panic and we would have problems. When we put you on the ground, what happened is that went away. All of a sudden we didn't get called. All of a sudden we didn't have those concerns coming up. All of a sudden we said, hey, we have another force helping us fight this flood. And that force is significant. One thing I've learned, you don't take a knife to a gunfight, and you don't fight a flood without the Guard.
Although the situation in the Red River Valley has momentarily stabilized, Guardsmen remain on duty and vigilant. For the National Guard, I'm First Lieutenant Michael Fry.